Hey everybody, it's Cody, Dixon RC here. So today we are going to do electronics on the Cross FC6 6x6. I haven't done a whole lot of work to the chassis since the last video. I have been mainly working on body stuff, trying to get all that stuff situated. I've got a bunch of stuff painted. Let's see if I can pull one of these pieces out. Let you look at it. This goes in the back. This is part of the, like it's, I think it actually goes like right here on the actual unit. But anyway, this goes behind the cab. This is the snorkel, air box, spare tire goes in here, like this, you know, that kind of deal. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. It's got a strap that straps it down. So I got a couple of stuff, a bunch of different things painted. I still got a lot to do. Today, or the past couple of days, has been pretty chilly down here in like the 50s and 40s. Can't really get a whole lot of painting done. I got a bunch of stuff painted before the cold came, so that's good. But I still got to pull these pieces off and these gray pieces here to paint black. I've got most of the cab put together. You know, basically that part, it all glues together and kind of snaps together. It's kind of strange. It's weird. Anyway, this kit is not a beginner's kit, period. There is so many. Anybody could probably build this. This is not hard to build at all. Probably the hardest part of this build is putting the leaf springs together and so they don't fly apart when you put them together. Other than that, it's pretty simple. Anybody can probably do this. It's the body part of it that's probably the toughest part. Now, if you're going with just one single color over the entire thing, it's probably not that hard to do. You could put it all together, glue it, and then just spray the crap out of it with, you know, a couple cans of spray paint. I've done just these little bit of body stuff, and I've already almost run through 2 cans of paint. So there's a lot of stuff to paint, a lot of little pieces, a lot of big pieces. There's seats for the back that fold up into just all kinds of crazy stuff. So we're there. I finally got some new servos in that I wanted to try, I got a bunch of them in, but I got one specifically for this one that I wanted to try in this truck, basically because I needed something waterproof and I needed something with a little bit of power, but I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on it as well. Like I didn't want to put a reefs in it or, you know, things like that. So Power Hobbies released one, they call it the 190 MG Metal Gear. This one's Metal Gear is digital. It's metal geared. It has an aluminum center to it. It's a 35 kilogram. This one at 7.4 volts is rated to do, I think it's 400 ounces. It says 475 ounces, so I would assume probably 400 ounces. Now the downside to this one is it is a plastic top and bottom case. Just the aluminum is in the center, and it's heat sinked, you know, for heat and stuff like that. So this servo is $29.95. That's mainly why I wanted to put it in this and see how well it would work with this particular truck. Just based on its size and weight and things like that. I knew I needed some power, but I didn't want to go overboard. I didn't want to spend $100 on a servo, put that way, for this truck. I didn't need to. The shifting servo is just some $15 JX servos, one of those ones that I turn into winches for you guys. So I haven't done that in a while, but yeah. So the Power Hobby one, it comes with a metal horn, of course, a bunch of plastic horns, which you don't need. But I got a bunch of these in stock, and like I said, they're only 29 bucks. I think they're going to be great. I've been very happy with the way Power Hobby's stuff has worked so far. It's been really good. They seem to work. The power that it says it has seems to be very close to what it actually does. The 729 MLB or MBL, is it MBL? Anyway, the 729 one is an absolute unit of a servo at 7.4 volts. I got a couple customers that told me that they put it at 8.4 volts, and it was insane. Like he's coming to buy a bunch for his 8-scale buggies and truggies and stuff like that because they're that fast and that just got that much power. So just so you know that, I'm not trying to sell anything right at the moment. I'm just trying to talk about it. So we're going to do that, and we're going to, of course, I'm going to keep this stock cross motor in it. It's a 35 turn. Like I said, the JX servo, it's a shift servo, so it doesn't have to be too much craziness. A 1080, of course, and a Fly Sky receiver. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to come around, we're going to install the servo, then we put this plate, this goes over here. This is actually the housing that houses it'll house the 1080, the receiver, and the light kit. And I'll show you the circuit board for the light kit for this whole truck. It's insane too. So that's all we're going to do. I'm going to keep this motor in here for now until I decide to bump it up to maybe, I may wind up putting some sort of Holmes motor in here. I don't know for sure. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If this winds up working and it's got enough wheel speed, I want something with a little bit more wheel speed in second gear. That's kind of what my idea here is. So we'll see, and we'll go to that when we get to that. But right now I'm going to run what's on here. So hang tight, I'm going to come around. Oh, we're going to put drive shafts on it too, because the two, for some reason, it doesn't tell you to put those on until like the very end, which is very weird. But anyway, so just hang tight. I'll be back. All right, so in the instructions, it tells you to grab your metal plate and then put your servo on the back side of it, and put a nut and bolt and a washer through it on that side there. Problem with this servo, it has these little webbing pieces on here. Not a problem though. You get your clippers out and you get it flush, hit it, flush again, and luckily this is plastic, so it's not hard to do. Thank goodness. So try to trim that out the best you can, get it as smooth as you can. So yeah, that's better. See, now it's flush in there. So we'll grab our bolts, and of course they tell you what number to look up. So that one says 11207. Pull up 11207. And this part of the deal is threaded here, so when you put it inside this way, I have to spread it apart a little bit. Because I did not build this. Oh, it's, I didn't even have to do that. Alright, so I got that part done there. Done enough to what we need anyway. Now, I don't quite know how they want you to run these wires, and it doesn't really say anything about it either in the book. Alright, so we'll put the nice little box in here for now. Alright, so what I'm going to wind up doing, I'm going to try and show you best I can with what I'm going to try and do here. So I went and soldered some new leads, of course the little banana plugs, got my fly sky receiver in. So I'm going to put the 1080 right in the bottom here. It's got another little slot here, so what I'm going to do is fold the switch over and under this box. So I'll be able to turn it on and off pretty easily. Once the cab goes on here, of course we can I can set it to, because the cab does flip. This right here, this little piece here pops the cab forward, so it will flip forward if you want it to. But I think it being down here will be easier to just be able to just turn it off whenever I'm ready to, versus flipping the cab or trying to do all that. I went in and set all my endpoints and got everything right. I'm going to get an extender for the shift servo. So I'm going to put this receiver down here on this. I got some double-sided tape, and I'm going to just tape it to the inside like that right there. So it'll just be in there like that. Got a couple things to do. These tires are horrible. They're all uneven, and it's probably got more to do with how I put them together, but I thought I put them together pretty right, but I don't know. I don't know. It's very weird. Looks like it's more the tire than it is the wheel. Nothing looks bent as far as the wheel. They seem to be rolling smooth. The other thing I got to do is paint. Got lots of painting to do. So I'm going to close this video out and show you this thing driving. I'm going to try and put this in here a little bit better so at least you can see it driving. And then that's the first step to getting this thing completed. I still got lots to do, but we're getting there. And I haven't done a very good job of filming me putting the body stuff together or prepping it or getting it painted or any of that stuff, to be honest with you. Been trying to do it when I'm home at lunch from work, so I got 30 minutes to do what I can, so I'm trying to rush that, do as fast as I can, try and get it done as best I can. So when I do finally come out with a video about the body, it will probably be it almost complete, or me putting part of it together and installing it on the body or the chassis. So just be on the lookout for that, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I know this is a simple little whatever video, nothing to it kind of deal, but it's one step closer. This thing's running, it's drivable now. It's got some pretty good speed in second gear, I must say. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. First gear. Do a first gear pull here. Get over here. That's first gear, 3S. Second gear. Woo! This thing will get with it. All right. See what I'm talking about the tires? Look at the front tires. See them wobbling? Ooh. And the servo, you're talking about not having, something with some speed, not speed, but some power. This is just on 6 volt. It's gonna be perfect. It's not super fast, but it's got enough power to do what I need to do. So, cool. Thanks for watching, everybody.